ARWOW 8B is coming right now. Don't know what's going on? Go watch ARWOW 0 for an explanation. Anyway, we had 6 people cast 12 votes. Smaller than usual vote count, but everyone who voted did so on both voting pages of that colour, meaning they all get shout-outs. These wonderful voters were contestants FlyGamez, Silly Circus and PizzaEnjoyer, along with eliminated contestant Nobodythatyouknowlol, failed late joiner Meaty Pickle, and at NorthEastBenefactor. The prompt was, you're invincible for 24 hours, what do you do? Respond in 7 words or fewer. With a new art style comes a new looking results reveal. Speaking of results, let's see them right now. Firstly, if you're wondering what the yellow bars are, they represent every 10% on the graph. Anyway, PizzaEnjoyer is up first like usual. These were their 3 responses. The topmost one is the response that scored best, but all these responses were pretty bland, but this has worked out for them in the past, so how did they do? What? 75%? That's right at the very top of this graph. Looks like their response has done very well. Also, this round the extra responses won't be shown to not have overlapping bars. FlyGamez only had 1 response this round due to only having 2 lives in ARWOW 6B, and their response was, overusing gimmicks, literally ran into the ground. I didn't fully understand this response, but it was the second most controversial response of the episode. Yikes, only 41.67%. That's near the very bottom, and we'll have to see for sure if you survive. On the upper hand, PizzaEnjoyer is safe into ARWOW 9. I, AAA9676, am going next onto the stage. With my response, I said, making clickbait videos, jumping 10,000 feet into fire. This was the most controversial response of the episode, probably because another response also had the idea of making clickbait videos. How did I do? Wow, 50.00%, right on the dot. That's the very middle of this graph, but it gets me a spot into ARWOW 9. Adrian C is our current underdog of ARWOW, being the only remaining contestant who was on 1 life in ARWOW 6B. Their response was, beat up society's bad to maintain order. Going for a response like PizzaEnjoyer's 3 responses, which worked out for PizzaEnjoyer, how did it go for Adrian C? Dang, only 23.61%. That's very close to the percentage written on them, 22%, but this may be the end for them. FlyGamez, you can call yourself a Final Four. Silly Circus, you are the last person up on the stage. We have seen yet again the sudden death zone, where one contestant I call out is safe and another is eliminated. Silly Circus is still yet to be placed, and Adrian C hasn't been declared safe yet. Only one of the 2 people I just mentioned is moving on in ARWOW. Who will it be? It all comes down to this response, the best scoring of their 2. Pull dangerous stunts, now you're not clickbait. This was the other response talking about being not clickbait, which is why my response was the most controversial. Who will make it into ARWOW 9, the 2-time 1 spot from prize placer in ARWOW 2 and 6, or the underdog who, unlike Silly Circus, got a prize in ARWOW 2, and let's find out. Silly Circus, you are safe. Sorry, Adrian C, but you are eliminated. Well, Chalked Adrian C, you had a great run, especially after your win in ARWOW 2. You are definitely an underdog, being on 1 life and surviving in ARWOW 4, 5 and 6, and having 1 response in ARWOW 7. Sometimes everything has to end, and so does your time in ARWOW. I hope you like me using your custom colour for the elimination, and goodbye Chalked Adrian C. Here are now the final 4 contestants in ARWOW. And here are the round 8 results. Let's see which ARWOW prompts from ARWOW 1 to 6, the contestants who are in as of ARWOW 7, meaning including Chalked Adrian C, wanted to redo the most. Here's the ARWOW prompt voting results. As you can see, ARWOW 3 was the most liked, meaning we are redoing the ARWOW 3 prompt. But before we get to the prompt, I have something to announce. Since we haven't had any extra rules in ARWOW, I think it's time we add one. It's going to be that a random letter will be chosen and you cannot use that letter in your ARWOW 9 responses. Let's see which letter you cannot use in your ARWOW 9 responses. So, don't use the letter S in your responses to ARWOW 9. Seems simple, but look how many times I use the letter S right in this sentence. Now for some more randomness, let's see how long your ARWOW 9 responses can be. Finally, let's see the ARWOW 9 prompt. For this round, we are doing the opposite idea from the ARWOW 3 prompt. The ARWOW 9 prompt is, in 6 words or fewer and without using the letter S, describe the worst possible board game you can think of. Also, since contestants are no longer able to gain extra responses from having lives, all contestants get 2 responses from ARWOW 9 and onward. Respond before February 3rd at 11:59 PM EST using the Google form in the description. Now, I'll see you in ARWOW 9A. My loneliness is killing me. I still do.